So it's February 24th, almost February 25th, and Fern is acting super sus. So we're gonna watch her for a few minutes and see if this is the day she gives birth or not. I really wish she would move closer to the outside of the pen, like the pen wall. There she goes, moving along. To me, it looks almost like she's having contractions there. She keeps stopping. Her vulva keeps sinking in. I think those are contractions. So I'm just gonna put this information here. There's parts of this video are gonna just be in fast forward. We've had quite the long section of kidding recently, so it's just super overwhelming, and I'm just gonna forward through this. Some of it might be here, some might not be. If you watched her kidding video last year, you know that she was all over Fiona wanting to be close to her until Fiona was finally like, leave me alone. So we'll see if this is what happens again. Here she goes, getting up again. Oh, she didn't decide to kid in that corner. I just want to say, in case you're wondering, as you're watching this, that the reason I didn't go outside right away is because it was in the middle of the night and all the goats were like bedded down in front of the gate, and I knew it was going to be hard to get into the pen. There was also a winter storm happening outside, so to avoid opening that door as much as possible would have been the goal. And no one was being aggressive to her. She wasn't being headbutted or anything like that. So I just tried to pick the safest route at that time. This looks like she's definitely in labor. My tired brain said she was in labor, but we already knew she was in labor. I meant to say it looks like she's actively pushing now. Oh yeah, I'm kicking her foot out. Alright. She's trying to lay in the other goats again. She's kicking her foot out like crazy. Oh, looks like there's a bubble. We want to be out there so bad.
I'm headed out there now, but also I can't really get in there with the camera there. So, not camera, with the door. So, I'm heading out there soon. And she doesn't look like she's in distress or anything, so. Alright, we're on our way outside. Hopefully be okay. This might cut out. Oh, she's slippery. It's been nothing but freezing rain. Anyways, you guys might lose the recording here for a second. I'm going to try to come in, and I don't know what's going to happen. Mama's here.
So I'm voicing over this part because the echo of me bringing my phone in was just too much. As you can see, I had to pull the baby as she was coming out breech, and I got in there and realized that she had no punctures in her sac, and that in the sac all I could see was her bum, and her underbelly had the umbilical cord already broke. So I didn't know how long it had been broke, and she was still in a sac. So I pulled her out immediately, and this is me trying to get her to come around, get Fern to lick her and help stimulate her. As you can see, Fern is super uncomfortable, but she does eventually start licking her, and she just doesn't. She wasn't responding as well as I would have liked her to respond. I pick her up, and then you can really see close to the camera as I'm really just trying to get her to wake up and get everything out of her face. Then I set her back down with Fern, hoping that Fern will be able to get her more stimulated than I was. So I'm kind of glad that I muted this, because it is embarrassing how much I just kept saying, she's so small, she's so small. And said, I don't know why you tried to have them by the door. So I noticed that she was pushing out another sack, so I put the towel down and I was looking at the sack, and it just was not looking all right. In the video I say I can't see anything in it. It was super dark, and like in the video I say this is a bad sack.
That's a really bad sack.
The smell was not great. So I don't know if there was something going on with it. You'll see here when I back away.
Okay, yeah, you're struggling, mister. Come on. See if you start to take towel for a minute. Over there. Your baby's right here, Mama. He was having hard breathing. Oh, you guys are so small. A blanket. I don't know. Mama, lick these babies. Hey, don't worry about the towel. The towel is done. It's soaked. It's done. Lick your babies. No, I know. You want to move. You got some fire in you now. You came breach. Oh, you're still struggling, buddy. Stop cleaning the straw. Come over here. Look. These are babies. Put them laid together in a nice big thick towel.
Okay, so stress levels are running high right now.
This first little one was born breech. This one had its 1 foot and just 1 foot and its nose coming out, and its tongue was hanging out of its mouth. So this guy still seems to be struggling a little bit. They're so tiny, like really tiny, like not even a quarter of what Firefly was. So we put them in here. She's having another contraction. I kind of want to back them into the corner a little bit more, but she doesn't want them moved out from under her, so. Sorry, there isn't a whole lot of room to work here. Yeah, you push in, honey. Mama, move your babies back a bit. Hopefully they still get the worms. Don't be crawling up into your mama. Just sit under the heat and get warm. You're okay, Mama. So I probably said this already, but I'm just going to keep repeating myself probably throughout this whole process because it's midnight and I'm super worried about these babies. The little doeling came first and she was breech. And Fern was not necessarily struggling with her, but like she was coming out in her sack, and Fern was just like really not pushing it out. And then the second baby is a buckling, and he's having a bit of a rough go, but he's no longer struggling to breathe. I think he's tired from the ordeal. And he was coming out 1 foot, almost kind of bent, and like up on his nose. And the other foot was back. His front knee joint was like bent of his one that was up by his nose, so it was like literally laying like across his nose but off to the side, and the other one was back. So, and she was not happy about that one either. Miss Fern hasn't passed anymore. She's got, I don't know, like an afterbirth or something going on back there. She waited so long to kid, which honestly I guess it's a good thing because I can't imagine them being any smaller than they are now. That like Fern is looking like she's right around the corner, and Freya's not over here right now, but Freya was getting hay from the hay feeder while I was sitting in here. And she definitely's got quite the udder too. So it'll be a race between mom and daughter over there to see who kids first. And I don't think we have that long before they do kid. Yeah, you want to sit on my lap? Yeah, honey, I feel so bad for you, girl.
I'm just glad I checked the cameras when I did. Well, it's been a while. This little guy still not standing up on his own. I held him in my shirt for a little while to try to get his core temperature up because he was a little bit chilly, even with the heat lamp. His sister's up meandering around and drinking constantly, or I guess she's back up on the other side of here now. This guy, I don't know. I'm so worried if I leave him, he's gonna not make it. He just looks like he's really struggling. This girl, I'm sure she'll curl up to mommy overnight, and she'll be fine. She's up and meandering. She's dry, and her body doesn't feel cold to the touch or anything. She feels like a little fluffy, warm baby. He's still chilly. Real chilly. And Mama pays more attention to the girl, probably because she's doing so much better. She's drank lots. Would like to try to get him on to drink, but he just has no get up and go, so I don't know. I guess I'll update again in a few minutes. So I don't think this little guy's gonna make it. I'm almost certain he's not gonna make it through the night. The little duckling is drinking constantly. I syringed him some of Fern's colostrum, but it just isn't working either. He's can't retain his body heat even under the lamp. He is not able to stand, and he's just keeps closing his eyes and just look at, like, it looks like the life is pretty much out of him. I'm hoping the amount of colostrum that I did manage to syringe into him will start working in his body, and maybe he will start doing better. I'm gonna keep him in body heat because he livened up for a little bit after I had him in my shirt for quite a while. So I've given Fern some molasses water. I feel like that she went overdue. And then these babies came out super small. And I'm honestly just worried about Fern. Anyways, I'm probably going to end this video here unless there's something major to update. But, well, actually, I'm going to end it for tonight because I won't be posting this right away. And I'll be able to update. I dipped their navels. I gave her molasses water. And she did drink it. So that makes me feel like she has to be done. But sorry guys. I just feel at a complete loss right now. I feel like we're definitely going to lose this buckling. And I just don't know what to do anymore. So, see you in the morning. So, he's up, standing now. I don't know if he's gonna, if it just took, oh, he's laying back down. I don't know if it just took that. I syringed him some colostrum, and, I wonder if it just took this long to kick in. I got the heat lamp right above him and focused the heat on him real good for a bit. And I don't know. I still don't have high hopes, so in the morning I will update if he makes it through the night. But I'm starting to see a few promising signs, and he did get a little bit of colostrum. I kind of was contemplating whether I should make a formula colostrum.
But like I feel like Fern has enough milk to supply these two tiny little guys. So I would rather take her colostrum. I don't know. I was so happy when I finally had him standing, and he stood standing for a bit, but now he's splayed out, so now it's sad again. Oh, I wanted to end this part on him standing up. So, little Buckling did make it through the night, but as you can see, he's still not 100%. He's a little chilly. I lifted the heat lamp up because his mom was banging her back off of it, and he was nice and warm, but as soon as I lifted the heat lamp off him, he's a little bit chilly again. So, I'll probably drop the heat lamp again. This girl is doing much better than she was last night, not looking as sad and sappy, but she's also super grumpy this morning and not letting me get any colostrum out to make sure this guy's got a full belly or anything. Last night with all her hormones and stuff, she was super content with letting me milk her out. This morning she says it's a no-go. Yeah, you monkeys. I feel bad for your little brother. I just don't think he's right. I don't know if she's not letting them nurse right now because she doesn't want me in here, or if she's not letting them nurse because the love affair's already worn off. I don't know. But and all she's worried about is breakfast. See, I think if they want to nurse, she will let them. But he hasn't, I don't think he's completely figured it out yet. He does feel like he's got something in this tiny little belly of his, though. Anyways, I'm going to leave them alone for a bit. And see. Maybe I'll come out later if I don't feel like he has gotten much, or if he looks like he's going down a bit. And I will milk her out and give her colostrum. Give him her colostrum. That's what I meant to say. He just doesn't look happy yet. You're doing so much better than you were last night, but you still don't look very happy, and I'm so sad for you. Finally, some good news. This guy is acting all splayed out when he's getting down there, and he's decided that he can latch on from her back end instead of from the side like I see most kids do. But I don't want to really risk oh, there you go. I was gonna say I don't want to really risk moving him. Oh, come on, get this leg under you, buddy. There you go. I didn't want to risk moving his leg the way it's splayed out because he finally got a good drink. He's been on for about, I don't know, I'd say at least a minute, and I think that was a really good drink. That was a good drink. He seems more alert and ready to talk to his mama too. So, I do think he's definitely the weaker of the twins. But little miss here, she's got full belly. She's been drinking all morning. But I'm really glad that I managed to get him to drink. Now he's trying to go between her front. Fern. Good girl, Fern. You do a good job. Ignore my pajama pants. It was a really long night, as you've seen in this video. And it's been a stressful morning. Oh, this water's so cold. I gotta dump all your waters. Oh, the beauty bums. Are you confused about what ends up? Nope, she walked away. Anyways, so I'm super happy to announce that he has gotten a drink. So we have some bad news this morning. The little buckling didn't make it. We brought him in the house last night and he just didn't thrive. This little one's doing pretty good. She's been drinking. I'm having a really hard time getting the camera angle on it and I don't want Mama to move. She's drinking. I was hoping to get a nice little video of her drinking, but Fern is not in it today. So I'm hoping everything goes okay. I'm hoping this little girl continues to make it. Fern, are you letting her drink? Okay. Anyways, she's been on Mom. I'm hoping she's doing alright. She's still got the heat lamp. That's a bit the end of the story, I guess. So I'm not sure if this is in a different video, but I'm just showing you now. We had to bring the dough in the house. Fern started to refuse to feed her, as you saw at the last of that clip.